Hello, everybody. How you doing today? How is everything? I lost my comb, so I don't know where my comb is. But the war on Trump. That's what the title is, and it's amazing. It's truly amazing. I've never in my life seen a mob like sort of thing. I mean, we're talking about government officials and like Pelosi and all the rest of them. Okay, and it's like a mob mentality. They're going after Trump, and they've got nothing. Okay, they've never had anything on Trump, you know, but yet they continually persist and persist and persist. Now, I'm a Canadian. I realize most of you know that I'm a Canadian. But I follow a lot of that politics down there, and a lot of what goes on down there reflects up here in Canada. And what I find amazing in this is that this guy, Trump, the president of the United States, is out to do the country the best job he can. Okay? Plain and simple. That's my opinion. Now, the reason I bring this up is because there's an underdog in this. There's a secret government at play, and they are corrupt, and it flows all the way into Canada. And we have a blunt of it, because our Trudeau government is corrupt. And there's a lot of corruption in our country because we have a de facto government, have had for a long time. And it's a pony show. And basically, all the people of Canada have to do is get together and do constitutional conventions. But if I go back to the original point of this video, and that is Trump. Now, if you just fathom how corrupt stuff is down there in they call it the deep state, it's called Hydra. And I follow a lot of that stuff on the corruption of government. And it's up here. And it's down there. And when you start to connect some of the dots on all of this stuff, it's amazing. It's amazing how they've bamboozled the public, okay? And the reason they've done that, or the way they've done that, is through this mainstream media press, okay? Now, you got to kind of ask yourself, well, how do you stop this corruption? Because that's the point. We're all living in the same country. We're all countrymen. How do you stop the corruption? Well, in the United States, the way they've been doing it is they have a constitution. And they have guidelines. Okay, that's what a constitution is. It's the guidelines between the government and the people of the country. That's the economics, if you will. The guidelines of the country by having a constitution. What does Canada have? It has statutes, which is not a constitution. Canada does not have a ratified constitution by the people with their governments. This is the problem. And until the people get it together and have constitutional conventions and committees putting together the constitution of their countries, because every province is a country, then what we're left with is a secret dictatorship, making you think that we have our liberties and our civil rights and so on. In fact, They can give and take these things away like water, just like the impaired drunk driving law that they just came out with, and the cop can come up to your house 2 hours after you've gotten home and demand a breathalyzer off of you. These are infringements of your civil rights, and this is why we have the pony show of a government, because they can come up with this bullshit, just like the carbon tax or all these other bullshit taxes, okay? Because they're under a secret dictatorship. They're not actually listening to you, the people. This is where a constitution will come in and help us. This will ratify our country and kick out the corruption. Because a constitution written by the people for the people is the guidelines and the laws. That's where the laws will come from. Is from a new constitution of the people and for the people. Now, getting back to Trump, this constitution that they have allows them to do that, allows them to have accountability to their politicians, because it is a constitution. And that's why they refer to the Constitution a lot, because it is the guidelines of the country. Now, certain people, let's not get away from the fact that there are certain people that have been in the American government that have fucked the Constitution and the people. And this is where you have your corrupted secret government. Trump isn't of that. Doesn't strike me as that. And that's why they have been going after this guy, Trump, for a long time now, since he's taken presidency. In fact, nobody thought he would get the presidency, in fact, okay? And I followed that whole election thing. And I tell you, when Trump went out there to become president of the United States, he had the people behind him on all the rallies. Compared to, who was the other one? What was her name? What the heck was her name? Hillary Clinton. Didn't have half the people Trump had at his rallies. She was a no-go, a no-show. She was a sunk ship. And Trump got in, and all the little faces were just a-bawling, because they were so shocked. Well, let me tell you something there, people that haven't accepted Trump. You are the worst kind of people there is in America, in my opinion, okay? Those of you that are for Trump, my hat's off to you, brother and sister, because he's doing all he can for your country. And he'll get back in again, you mark my words, for 2020. As for our Trudeau, moron, corrupt government here, until us Canadians get our shit together and sit down with each other and write a formal constitution for each country, ratify our government, we will continually have this flow of corrupted government coming into our country. And that's how we're going to live, under a corrupted government, until people wake up and smell the coffee, because it's all up to us. It's always been up to us. And it's about time us Canadians got our shit together. Trump, my hat's off to you, buddy. Keep up the good work. Till next time, I'm just getting the word out there, guys.